Happy day after Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm still enjoying some nice time with my family here today, but I wanted to make a little bit of an update because you may or may not have seen the news of potentially the President of the United States cutting income taxes in their entirety. Imagine that. Now, for the crypto space, one of the big catalysts for a potential run-up in these markets has been this conversation around stimulus checks, right? And I really want you guys to think about this because the news in this video regarding the president eliminating the federal income tax is bigger than any other story that really I've thought about in a long time. And it's something that could really potentially impact the price of not just crypto assets, but stocks as well. Think about this. Think about how much excitement has been in the crypto space surrounding the stimulus checks. It's $2,000, okay, for most people, not high-income people. But if we had stimulus checks, a lot of people say, well, that would be a very, very bullish catalyst. And that could send Bitcoin to a lot higher prices, which, I can't say that I disagree. I think that stimulus checks have historically been quite bullish for Bitcoin and for crypto. I understand why people have then extra money, so people are willing to put that extra money into something a little more risk on, so they start investing into the stock market or into Bitcoin. That's what we saw back in the pandemic when we had the stimulus checks come out for the pandemic. But that's just, $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever your stimulus check might have been at that time. Well, now there's the conversation of $2,000 stimulus checks. Again, everybody's getting very bullish on that. But if we had a federal income tax that was eliminated, the amount of money that Uncle Sam takes from our paychecks when you're a W-2 employee, when you are working, you got your state taxes and you got your federal taxes, okay? If we eliminated the federal income tax to zero, which is what is being discussed here. He's saying maybe to nothing, maybe we'll cut it a lot, maybe we'll cut it just a little, maybe a little more than a little, maybe a lot, maybe entirely. And this is how he talks, okay? Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content as well, guys. It is like 27 degrees out here, by the way, and I don't even have shoes on right now. So that's how we're doing this. But imagine now we, get these income taxes brought down a lot, really a lot, all the way, no more income. Imagine we had no more income taxes. Let's just say you earn, I don't know, $60,000, $80,000 a year. That's a, nice average, I guess, income. Maybe slightly above average. I'm not really sure what the average income is. But Uncle Sam's taking what? I don't know, 15%, 10, 15, 25% of your income at that bracket, something like that. Probably under 20 at that bracket. So you could save what, $10,000, $20,000, on your taxes. That's $10,000 or $20,000. Now you make $150,000. Oh my gosh! Now you're saving $30,000, $40,000 a year, right? And these numbers really start to add up. And so instead of a $2,000 stimulus check, no income taxes would basically be like an extra 20, 30K pay bump for so many Americans, 10K, 5K, whatever it is, depending on your tax bracket. And I would assume that maybe higher tax brackets are going to get less of that tax break, if it's a tax break, or if they abolish I don't think they're going to abolish the income tax. I think they're probably going to cut it. Likely not a lot of people are going to go to zero, if any at all. But it's still a very large story. Now, this is a bullish story, right? I'm still in a short position on Bitcoin, which might shock a lot of you guys. Bitcoin's up to 92, 90. I think it got to like 93 maybe for the holiday. We had a Thanksgiving pump of sorts, which was pretty darn cool. I've been shorting Bitcoin, though, over on Blowfin. And what we're doing right now, actually, is if folks sign up for Blowfin, if you want to sign up for Blowfin using our link in the description of this video, we have a private Discord where there are some trade signals. You got to do your own research as always, my friends, but there's some trade signals in our Discord. We have a private Discord where all you need to do is sign up for Blowfin using our link. It's free to do, but when you sign up for Blowfin using our link, you get access to our private Discord. And right now my short position on Bitcoin still about $3,000 in the profit. I have a take profit set at $1,000. I'm not doing any of the trading right now for the holiday because I'm just enjoying the holiday. I'm not really paying attention to the charts right now. I'm not worried about it. More broadly speaking, I believe that we're still in a bear market and there are going to be bounces. We're seeing one right now. I believe the bear market has begun. I believe this bear market will continue for roughly a year. That's historically what we've seen. If this time is different, well, then this time is different and we'll see those results come out. But for those people out there that are saying this time is different, what we really need to see is something like this story that I'm telling you about. We need to see something like this story of the federal income tax eliminated. And if we saw something like that, I would be willing to get quite bullish quite fast. And that's the reality of the situation. Regardless if we're going up or down, what I'm going to continue to do is continue to trade this market. I like trading Bitcoin a lot. It's my favorite coin to trade is Bitcoin, believe it or not. Plenty of volatility on it. And honestly, it makes me feel more safe from getting liquidated. I have more there's better TA on Bitcoin, really, truly. And honestly, when I'm doing TA on some other coins, I like to use Bitcoin as that. But this story regarding the federal income tax potentially being eliminated or reduced, I think it's a huge deal. So I really wanted to talk to you guys about it because if we're bullish on stimulus checks, how bullish can we be on this concept of basically $20,000 to $30,000 pay increases for each American? I mean, that is unbelievable. That is an extra $500 to $1,000 a month that maybe they can put into Bitcoin. Maybe that's the thing that we need to see some kind of altcoin season. You know, a lot of people have been asking the question, well, we didn't have an altcoin season. You know, why is that? Why is that? I think there's a lot of reasons. I think one is that there's too many altcoins out there for sure. That's got to be a part of it. But there were some big pumps on some of those alts. I think that people really don't have a lot of money on hand right now. I think that people generally are feeling the pressure of inflation. You know, we were talking with my family today. We were talking about Christmas trees. You know, you can get a Christmas tree for not even a real tree. Like if you want to get one of those artificial trees, you get them for $1,600. They're $1,600 trees. Just $600 easy on a tree. You're going to spend $600 easily on a tree. My parents bought this big, beautiful tree for what? $300? No, not even. Probably like $150, $200. Whatever. Like a decade ago, we got treeflation. We got inflation on everything. It's out of control. People got to spend more money. Get some storage shelves for your garage. You're going to spend $300. It's crazy, the cost of things. So for people to have a little bit more money in their pocket, getting to save a little bit more of their income, it's going to help us to be able to afford just regular things like that Christmas tree for your first house or something like that. Or we're talking about that because my sister just got a new house, so she was just shopping for some Christmas trees. Or maybe it's getting some storage shelves to your guys. Or maybe you have $20,000 or $30,000 extra dollars, and maybe you're going to buy some Bitcoin. And to think that one day Bitcoin's going to be at $1 million, that's what I believe. And today it's only at 92. And to think that maybe in this bear market, and again, I still think it's a bear market. I could be wrong. I leave 5% chance of this time is different. I still have some crypto, right? I didn't completely exit the market, though. I did exit a lot of my positions. You got to think that as these prices get lower, let's just pretend it gets down to $40,000 again or $50,000 again, to think that you could buy Bitcoin at those prices and maybe we'll have a little extra income to do it. I think it's a very exciting thing, and I think it is a very bullish narrative for Bitcoin in the long run. If that happens, even if that doesn't happen, I'm still so bullish on Bitcoin. But what an exciting story today, I think, for crypto and really for just Americans and the stock market. I think it could be very, very good for stocks, crypto. I think it could be pretty exciting. Do you think it's going to happen? I was looking in the poly market. I did not see any odds yet on this, but they will come out. There will be some odds on, will the federal income tax be abolished in 2026? I'm sure it's going to be something we'll see on the poly market soon. But that's all I got, guys. Enjoy the holiday with your families. I want to give this video update to you guys. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, DC at Hodl, my friends. Check out the link in the description down below if you want access to our private Discord. For trade signals, again, I'm in a short position on Bitcoin right now. I am holding that. Looking at this as a potential dead cat bounce here. We might have a big rally back up, so stay posted for all the updates. We'll be back at the computer tomorrow to go some TA with you guys. So see you next time. Peace, y'all.